What up, everyone? Happy Saturday. Welcome to my channel. Wow. Happy Saturday, everyone. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit regarding the divine feminine energy with the sun kiss. Kissed by the sun. I just wanted to share some things as things start to become in alignment in terms of my perception and understanding. I just want to sit here and I just want to share it with you guys. I do always put out a disclaimer that this is just something that has been downloaded to me in my efforts to become in alignment and to become one with myself. And you know, it doesn't seem far-fetched for what the truth could possibly really be in terms of understanding or overstanding our current condition, our current state of mind, our current position, all of these things that kind of perplex us, and we understand it from a lower vibratorial sense of understanding. And this is why at a low vibration sense of understanding, things are very stagnant, because we are trying to combat a frequency with the same frequency instead of a raise in frequency. So I'm just going to share this with you guys. I don't know if it's going to make sense. It makes complete sense to me. Like I always say as a disclaimer, I'm not trying to sway anyone left or right. It's what's resonate with you. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay. In this country, in this Western world, Western civilization, and even somewhere all over the world, in many areas of the world, it's one thing to try to suppress the black voice, right? But then there's another thing now to suppress and oppress not only the black voice, but the divine feminine, right? The woman, the black woman's voice, right? They even say that we are a double minority in this country, to give us the illusion of to feel more suppressed than oppressed. I did a video, check out my video, Soul are Energy, which means we are solar energy, right? We are frequency. And if you understand the frequency of solar energy, it's a high frequency. If you understand your melanin, that comprises you melanin is crystalline energy and all those things. So yeah, so we're a double minority in this country. We are looked as second-class citizens. We are looked upon as to be subservient, not only to what is illusionized as the superior race, but also to the masculine energy in our own race, to say that it's dominant in nature. But as you notice that I'm smiling, that's not necessarily true. The divine feminine energy is very, very strong. It's very persuasive. If you look at the allegory, about Adam and Lilith, right? Lilith wasn't having it. That energy was not having it, because she knew of nothing more. She was more equal to, if not more than, right? And they classified her they deemed her as demonic and evil. Anything that has power is always deemed as demonic and evil, right? But that's not true, right? In my opinion. And all of this is my opinion, okay? So they had to create a lesser version. That's the allegory, to show you the lesser version, for it to create a sense of understanding of evolution, which they label as Eve, and the evolution of the lesser version, right, of mankind, right, which is what we would call the synthetic version, XYZ, and all this other kind of stuff, right? Because the true aspect of us, to which we are deemed the mark of the beast, we're deemed evil, we're this and that or whatever, that is where the most power is at. That is why they had to label it in a manner to which they did, to make you fear it, right? But there's nothing to fear. Really, fear is also an illusion. But at the same rate, at the same time, we have to understand our own power. I did the video regarding solar energy. We are solar energy, right? And even with that video, the reason why they suppress the new melanated woman the most, it's not just from a frequency perspective, but then it's also the divine femininity. This is where creation is made. This is where creation comes through. This is where creation it's through the divine feminity. So of course the divine feminine has to have an exerted more sense of power and structure than anything that ever existed to our knowledge in mankind. And they know this. They're pretty much aware of it. So if you want to know why you are oppressed as a melanated being, check out my first video. If you want to know why you are more so oppressed, it's because the melanated divine energy, feminine energy, is just as powerful, right? So we have to be more suppressed. Our frequency has to be more suppressed than that of just even just being a melanated being, because there's power there. There's far much more power than what you can imagine. And if we were to ever if we take away all of the things that keeps us at a low frequency, and this is where you would have to actually clean your house. You have to clean your mental house of what you believe in at a frequency level, right? You got to OCD your belief systems by frequency, right? And rid yourself of things that keep you at a low level of frequency. Then you will start seeing the powers that you have without even saying. I get it, and I'm at peace with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm at peace with it. We have been oppressed for a very long time, but to take responsibility for that oppression, it's not our fault, but it's still our responsibility, because at some point, you have to listen to what's something being told to you. And, we all the time say, oh, this is so not right. This is so not right. Why is it not right? Oh, it's racism. Why is it racism? What is it about the color of our skin that they don't like? And nobody could ever really answer that, because we had been dumbed down so much and watered down so much, we couldn't possibly think, because we were powerful beings, right? They don't want us to admit the power that we have. And this is why I'm labeling this, divine femininity, or divine feminine energy, kissed by the sun, or sun kiss, or however I'm gonna title it. Title is going to be something like that. Because it is, we are creation, we are creators. We give life. We are the portal for that. And you have to have a certain frequency in order to give life, right? And when I say we give life, right, we give life, but we also give light, right? Our energy is very radiant, believe it or not. And they have done scientific tests in the most gruesome of ways to prove that point, to prove that theory over and over and over and over again. A lot of souls have been sacrificed due to, the inclination of science, the curiosity of science, and different things of that nature. So, it's a fully aware situation. So I just want people to get the grasp of the knowledge of self. You know, will you automatically come and fly like Wonder Woman and Superwoman and all this other kind of stuff or what have you? I mean, it's up to you, but just know that there is something that's deep within you that if you tap into it, it'll change the course of your human experience here. You don't have to go out and speak it out loud or anything like that. You know, if you choose not to do so, but you know, it's just the knowing. It's just the knowing, because at the end of the day, the knowledge and the knowing itself will radiate on its own. You wouldn't have to do anything. You'll just be radiating at a high frequency, a much higher frequency, and you'll start to see things change around you instantaneously, because you would have been DNA activated and come into your sense of knowing, knowledge of self and self-awareness. And once that self-awareness, wherever you are in frequency at a soul level, will start to radiate, because now the soul is awakened. And once the soul is awakened, it's going to radiate at the frequency that you are at a soul level, you know, in my opinion, right? So I just wanted to share this with you, you know, you beautiful, you melanated, divine feminine beings. You are, in my opinion, what I would call a goddess. You have goddess energy. We are the Lilith of the valley. You know, it is a beautiful thing. You know, we are life. You know, we give life, and our energy is very, very powerful. It's very, very powerful. It is the epitome of power. But you have to know that, and you have to believe that, and in order for that to happen, you have to come into your knowing. In order for that to happen, the knowing of thyself and what resonates with you within your spirit, and at the range and frequency that you are emitting. And I'm gonna tell you, once you get rid of the dogma, once you get rid of the belief systems that labels you, you know, get rid of labels, right? It'll change the game for you. It'll change the game for you, especially as a melanated being. And it's not to say that, you know, anything around you, right, is to, you know, you're supposed to take that energy and just, I mean, you could be whatever you want to be, because this is your human experience. This is whatever it is that you want to go through. You know, as a soul being having a human experience, it's up to you. But for me, this knowledge doesn't change me as the compassionate person that I am. It just gives me personally more compassion. So on so many levels, because of the lies and different things that have been told. The people that's going to be severely disappointed because they don't know the truth. And then when the truth is revealed, they don't want to believe the truth. So, you know, they basically setting themselves up if they don't really get a sense of understanding of what's really going on at a frequency level. So, you know, it just brings, for me, more compassion to the situation. You know, and, you know, as I grow and learn, it just more incline me to help those to get a sense of understanding of where we are in this human experience, this illusionary reality that we are living in, so that in the real world, which is the spiritual world, they can, you know, they can have their minds already ready to get prepared for what it is that they need to do, you know, to make the, you know, the proper transitions that they would like to make for themselves. You know, you just have to remember, come back to yourself and come back to the oneness of yourself. So in my effort to come back to the oneness of myself, this is the information that is being downloaded to me. I'm sure that this could be translated in so many different ways. I'm sure there are other people that are, you know, at a higher frequency that can relate to this information and even add to it, to a sense of understanding at a higher frequency sense of understanding, because there are levels to this, trust me. And you know, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So with that being said, happy Saturday. I'm trying to keep this video short, simple, and sweet. You know, the divine feminine energy, kissed by the sun, is for you melanated woman, right? And I notice I don't say black. because you don't have to be, you don't have to have like this is the mark, right, of what they call the mark of the beast, because it's so clear and cogent. But from a genetic perspective, right, you can have melanin in your DNA, and you may be lighter than me, right? You may have it, but of course they say, as they say, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. That is, that's where the most melanin is. That's what that means. That's what that means. But this is for, just the knowledge of to awaken the knowledge of self, not for nobody to go out there and say, oh, I'm the, the shit that don't quit. It's not for that. It's for the knowledge of self, to wake you up, to come back into your power, so that you can have, the best human experience that you want to have at a soul level. Because once your soul awakens in your human experience, it changes the game, because you're radiating at a different frequency. Once your soul becomes awakened, because if you look at everything as at a frequency or energy or what have you, and when the energy is activated, the DNA activation is there. That's just like power. That's a power source. It's powering you. It's just like putting batteries in a remote or something like that. It's a power source. So things are going to start to lighten up, illuminate, right? And that's what happens. All right. So with that being said, peace and love, everybody. I love you guys. It's a beautiful day in Zamunda. Always know when I say that Zamunda is my world. And how did I choose Zamunda? Because I love what it represents in the movie Coming to America. The intelligence factor, the connection with the animals. It's almost like a full circle type thing. And it's beautiful. It is a beautiful scene. And that's how I tend to see and view my life. So with that being said, I just want you guys to just, know your power, know thyself. The power lies with the truth is always within you. And the soul level truth resonates higher than anything that you could possibly ever imagine. And you'll know it when you feel it. Your soul will feel it. The ones, and yes. All right. So love you guys. It's a beautiful day and happy Saturday. And if you guys have any questions, just drop them down there or whatever, and I'll do my best to answer them to the best of my ability. If you feel that you like this video, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, because as I get to learn and know more things, I'm going to put it out there. This is an improv video that I'm doing right now, and there are going to be more improv videos that I'm doing as I get the information. So with that being said, I just want people to grow, and I want people to know thyself, and I want the people that have been grossly misguided and, lies have been told. We're here to help. We're here to be of service, right? In my opinion, so so that's what's up. I'm not going to keep you long. So love you guys. Have an amazing day. Click like, subscribe. Drop a comment, and I shall commence to talk with you guys later. Love you. Bye.